So there is a lot of good news in this election, just so you know. Even with the Super Tuesday results, which, we weren't ecstatic about, but there's still data points that show that we're winning the war. We're winning the long-term fight. So every single contest where there was a vote, except for Arkansas and Utah, they did entrance polls or exit polls. And so you get a sense of where people are on the issues. In every single place, Medicare for All was above water. So let me show you here. Iowa, 57% supported, 38% against. New Hampshire, 58% for it, 37% against. Nevada, 62% in favor, 35% against. South Carolina, 49% in favor, 46% against. Alabama, 46% in favor, or 49% in favor, 45 against, and Alabama overwhelmingly went to Biden. California, 57% in favor, 36% against. Colorado, 57% in favor, 36% against. Massachusetts, or is that Maine? That's Massachusetts. Massachusetts, 53% in favor, 42% against. Maine, 71% in favor, 26% against. And Biden won Maine too, by the way. Minnesota, 62% in favor, 35% against. North Carolina, 55% in favor, 41% against. Oklahoma, 53% in favor, 43% against. Tennessee, 52% in favor, 44% against. Texas, 63% in favor, 33% against. Vermont, 51% in favor, 46% against. No, that was Virginia, 51 in favor, 46 against. And Vermont is 73 in favor, 23 against. So that makes more sense. Okay, so, guys, even in states where Joe Biden won the race, Medicare for All is popular. Even in Alabama, where Biden crushed. So what's going on here? What's going on is very simple. People are actually concerned and voting on electability and who can beat Trump. And there was a giant spike, a giant surge in people thinking Biden can beat Trump after South Carolina and then after all the endorsements. So we know the battle that we're fighting now. We know the battle that we're fighting. And what people are clearly saying is, I agree with Bernie on the issues, but I don't know if he's electable. I don't know if he could beat Trump. And so Bernie did a great job to get the lead on electability, but then after the South Carolina win for Biden and after the endorsements, it flipped. So what I would say to Bernie's campaign is you still have to hammer away on electability. We're the only one who can beat Trump. Because you won in terms of policies. And the other thing I would do is, again, keep framing the discussion as I'm the moderate, I'm the centrist, Biden is the extremist. And the argument you use is the one I've been using every day, which is according to every poll, I represent the center of mainstream American opinion. So that's centrism right there. That's what that is. He's the extremist because the Iraq war is extreme, outsourcing deals that he supports are extreme, cutting Social Security is extreme. So you have to hammer away, because again, I can't stress this enough. We won on policy. We won. So if you just keep talking about how we're right on policy, people are like, yeah, okay, and still, why should I vote for you? I know that's crazy that people think that way, but people obviously think that way. They do. So that's what we have to do moving forward. And but you do have to give Bernie tremendous credit for getting those numbers to this point now, because you go back to 10 years ago and the numbers are not that. They're just not. They're not. But he has totally changed the public attitude towards something like Medicare for All. And again, remember, the way that they're asking the question is biased to try to get people to say, I don't want it. Because they say, do you want to replace private health insurance and, put into place a single government, plan or whatever? It's phrased in some way like that, which was not the best way to talk about it. If they asked about, do you support Medicare for All, the numbers would be even more on Bernie's side. If they said, do you want to do what the rest of the developed world has done, it would be even more in Bernie's favor. So the way you ask the question is massive, and they asked it in a biased way against it, and Bernie still won on these. So there are happy data points even after Super Tuesday. And remember, guys, this is a brand new race. We're back at square one. Everything's even Stevens, and we got to move on and win. So what we do from here really matters more than anything that we've done up to this point.